What up fam, today I'm presenting to you the Marauder. Let's get started. And here we are in the stats menu, covering the Marauder information. First of all, it's an armored biological unit. This is the first difference between the Marauder and the Marine. As you already know, the Marine is light and biological. The Marauder can assault only ground units, so every air unit that can shoot at the ground units is considered more or less a counter to the Marauder, obviously. Same with the Reaper. It's a heavy assault infantry. It has a lot of HP compared to the Marine, which only has 45 base and after the upgrade 55 HP. And also the Marauder has 1 armor. So this is the reason why it's armored, because it starts with an armor. The move speed is 3.15, the same as the Marine. And about the attacks, so normally the Marauder deals 5 damage split on 2 attacks, so basically it deals 10 damage, but versus armored targets it deals 2 times 10 damage. That's a lot more, basically 2 times more. The range is 6 more than the Marine. Weapon speed the same, not the same, but with the stim you can lower that, same as the Marine. It shoots for 1 second and a little more than 1 second, and as we covered already, it can target only ground units. So basically, versus armored, obviously this unit will be strong against armored units, as you can see here, though I have my doubts for the Thor, especially because the Thor now starts with 2 armor and the Marauder attacks are split 2 times, so every armor on the unit actually counts as 2 because of the split attacks. So basically versus the Thor, the Marauder will deal only 8 damage, 2 times 8 damage. Okay, against the Roach, yeah, it is, I definitely agree, it is really good versus Roaches, and as you saw earlier, it is really good against Stalkers as well. Weak against Marines, Zerglings and Zealots. Basically those units are not armored, and the Marauder doesn't deal bonus damage to them, so that's why it is considered weak, especially versus Zerglings and Zealots, because Zerglings are most of the times a lot, and the Marauder is not really good at dealing with mass amounts of units. Same goes with the Zealot, and also the Zealot is quite beefy for the minerals you pay for it, so yeah, that's the main reasons why the Marauder is weak against those units. The ability is Stim Pack. We already know what the Stim does, the Stim Pack does, as we've tested out on the Marine. But the new passive ability Concussive Shells, you can research that in the tech lab attached to a barracks, and this allows the Marauder to temporarily slow any units that he hits. Alrighty guys, we're at our playtest zone, ground, whatever you want to call it. And in order to build a Marauder, as you can see here, requirements attached tech lab. Building our tech lab here, and we can build our Marauder. For some reason we can build a ghost, although we would need this structure right here. For that, next video, it's all easy there. Alright, here's our tech lab. There's some upgrades here, as you already know about these two. There's a third one, Concussive Shells. We talked about this. It allows the Marauder to slow units. There's our little Marauder there. Stats here, no upgrades yet. Haven't researched anything. Let's research. There we go, we can stim the Marauder. It's faster. It shoots faster as well. And let's see the slow. I don't know if you were able to make the difference, but to see the difference, but this is how normally it has to be, how fast it is, and yeah, obviously you can see it becomes really slow. Okay, and basically after you've upgraded the Concussive Shells and the Stim, that's the upgrades for the Marauder. You can upgrade it as well as any other infantry unit from engineering bay. There's no difference for the Marauder. And alright, a little about the stats. 100 minerals, 25 gas. The first, actually the second unit in the infantry units that costs gas. Reaper already, we covered the Reaper. Alright, it takes, by the way, 2 supply, double the amount of a Marine or a Reaper. So, what's the purpose of the Marauder? As it is a biological unit, it can be healed with a medevac, so it is part of the Marine Marauder medevac combo. It plays an essential role there, as the slow is key to snipe, to allow you to snipe key units against other races or against another Terran. It is a good, it has good DPS versus armored units. So what the Marine lacks sometimes is good DPS versus high armored targets. The Marauder helps with that. The weaknesses: it is strong against armored, but it's also tagged as an armored unit. So other units that have bonus against armored units, such as the Marauder, you can see that it's quite vulnerable to that. So all units that have bonus damage against armored are strong against the Marauder. Also, units with high amounts of armor such as the Thor, the Ultralisk, and even the Immortal are actually, you can say, even good against the Marauder. So all in all, early game to mid game, Marine Marauder Medivac is a really strong composition, and what the Marine lacks, the Marauder supports that, and vice versa. So you can see that both units complement each other pretty well. They both have similar upgrades, the same upgrades in the engineering bay, and also the stim from the tech lab. So if you make the one of the units strong, the other becomes stronger as well. Also, the stim allows for high mobility and also high DPS. For just a couple of seconds, 4 Marauders can destroy a building, a key structure of the opponent before even realizing that the building is gone. As you can see here, 2 Marauders without upgrades destroy the engineering bay quite fast due to the stim pack. One thing I didn't quite cover is that the stim pack actually deals 20 damage to the Marauder and not 10 like on the Marine. So keep that in mind. As you stim your Marauders, they lose 20 of their health. If you don't have Medivac nearby and you stim quite often, you might lose more of your Marauders than you would wish. Alright guys, in this video we got familiar with the Marauder. I presented to you some general information about this unit. Of course, I cannot give you all the information about it for any of the other units, so if you have any questions, leave them at the comment section below. As well as you can watch my live streams at twitch.tv/AC2Archangel from the link there as well. And that's it guys, gonna see you the next one. Enjoy.